Thank you, Mr. Chair. General Miller, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting with you last week. I appreciate your insight very much. And I would like to thank your family as well for being here today. Lieutenant Miller, Sarah, thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting your father. General, last year there was a very realistic chance that all U.S. forces were going to be withdrawn from Afghanistan. Can you briefly paint a picture of how Afghanistan would look today if that had occurred?
Senator, my personal opinion is that, but I think echoed by others in the intel community, is a precipitous and disorderly withdrawal would have had we would have had negative effects on protecting our vital national interests, which is protect from attacks emanating from Afghanistan.
So you do agree, sir, that at some point we do need to find our way out of Afghanistan, but it needs to be done in a methodical order. Is that correct?
That's correct, Senator.
Okay, thank you very much. You shared some very wise words with me last week, and you had stated the Afghan military and government must want to win more than us. Can you best explain how we work with the Afghans to make that happen?
Senator, what I was referring to, I've worked in Afghanistan with Afghan partners. Not the wider Army, but very specifically the Special Security Forces. And I know they can fight. I know they fight and they can win. As we go forward on what must be a sustainable effort, my look on this is, if confirmed, is you put money where you know you'll have results. And that speaks to not only on the military side, but any other activities that are taking place.
And we also spoke a little bit about counter-drug operations and going after narco-terrorists in Afghanistan. That's very important. As you know, it's vital that we do cut the terrorist funding streams, and just as important is that we stop the production of those narcotics in Afghanistan. Unfortunately, we're often using millions of dollars in bombs and putting troops in very dangerous situations to have very little impact on the actual drug revenue. So how do you intend to quantify our counter-drug campaign, and what will you do, and how will you view that as success?
Senator, the military is certainly a supporting arm to any counter-narcotics, counter-drug strategy. From a military perspective, as we look at the insurgency, very much focus on revenues, which, as you indicated, the opium trade does provide revenues for Taliban, and actually likely fuels corruption, as well as other bad actors. The military focus today is counter-threat finance, focusing on the finances. How do you reduce the finance streams, which does include narcotics, but also includes other illicit traffic, whether it be mining or taxation that takes place. And with any insurgency, you have to go after the finances.
Thank you. Of course, we have to do that. I have a little bit of time left, but we do talk a lot about our troop numbers in Afghanistan, and we don't talk enough about all of the air assets and the needs that come with them. Of course, we have to have the support force too. As you know, close air support, medevac platforms, and lift capabilities are equally as important. And do you have any plans now to increase air assets in Afghanistan?
Senator, if confirmed, that'd be a place I would want to take a look. Agree with the size of the country and the place we need to be. Air assets are absolutely critical.
Thank you. I do want to give a shout out to our Iowa National Guard air assets that are serving in Afghanistan right now. The medevac company, when I visited them last November, they had just been in country a few weeks, and they had done numerous evacuations and one mass casualty evac. So I appreciate that very much. I don't have much time remaining. I'll get questions to you. I do have a few other questions, but I want to echo Senator Burr's sentiments that I do think you are well qualified. I look forward to having you confirmed quickly through the Armed Services Committee and on the floor of the Senate. My best wishes to you, General Miller. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Ernst.